Hello everybody and welcome to All Leeds TV with Conor here. I apologise for the fact that I'm doing this on a bit of a different camera. Unfortunately my laptop is in repair, so I can't be doing any editing, can't be doing anything like that, which is very frustrating, but hopefully I'll get it back soon. You'll have your DSLR, you'll have your lights, you'll have your editing down to a T once more. But I'm absolutely buzzing. Was at Ellen Road yesterday, and before we start the video, if you wouldn't mind checking in the description below, Jonathan's art. If you like your watercolour, your prints, make sure you check out the painting in the description below, or paintings, it's plural. There's loads of fantastic things on there that might tickle your fancy. If you check my last video, then I've got the painting in there as well, the print in there, sorry I should say. And also, we've got the retro hut mugs here, my personalised one, which is fantastic. It makes that victory even more sweeter. But let's get into the game anyway. Fantastic once again. I thought the start was a little bit sluggish. I'll be brutally honest with you. You guys know what I'm like. If we win a game, I'm still looking for areas where we can improve. It's amazing at this moment in time. 5 wins, 5 clean sheets. We're all over the place. You know, we're scoring goals, we're taking more shots, we're more successful in possession, we're making the fluid passes, we're getting the wingers more intertwined with the play as well. I'm loving at this moment in time our width. Our width is superb. We seem to be utilising it so much more, which means that Dallas gets more involved, which means that Ayling gets more involved. And yesterday, I thought it was the perfect depiction of it. You know, a great atmosphere yesterday. Went down, saw Tasha and Jack down there. We had a real laugh before the game as well. A special mention to the Funky Rabbit, Graham, who I saw down there as well. And I met loads of you guys in Billy's Bar before. If you ever want to come in and say hello, guys, we're always in Billy's Bar before the games, and we saw loads of you there, which was absolutely amazing. So shout out to you guys, and shout out to you guys in the ground in the West Stand who said hello. I will be in the South Stand for Fulham, which I'm absolutely buzzing for, so let's hope that's going to be a big win for Leeds. But on to this game anyway. The game started absolutely blistering pace. Obviously, Luke Ayling with that wonderful finish, absolutely wonderful, and he's just absolutely on fire at this moment in time, isn't he? 3 goals in 5 games. He's going to become our second top scorer, just behind Patrick Bamford. 59 successful passes. Obviously, he got his goal and he created 4 chances as well. So his stats are absolutely phenomenal at the minute, Luke Ayling, and he's becoming an absolute talisman. And you know what? He won't be far off captain material soon. Obviously, I know we've got the 2 sort of in charge above him. You know, you've got your Cooper, then you've got your Phillips behind, but we've got so many leaders in this team now, which I think is crucial. You know, you've got, I heard Dallas yesterday, obviously we were in the West Stand, absolutely barking orders at Click, barking orders at Bielsa's coaching staff. Actually, it was when Bamford got taken off, and Dallas was barking orders at them. You know, what we doing, where we going, what's the shape now, and all this sort of stuff. And there are so many leaders. You know, a lot of people I've heard have talked about Leeds' aging squad. Well, it's not. It's critical that you've got people who've been in the position. They know what it means to the fans. They've been around this core of players. You know, you look at Dallas, Cooper, Ayling, Click. They've been around for a long time now, and they get what it means to the fans, and they get what it means to the city. They get what it means to bring Leeds United back to the big time. And I thought Dallas as well was superb. 79 touches, 40 passes, and 11 duels won, the most on the pitch, which was, yeah, I just think Stuart Dallas at this moment in time. Barry Douglas, a natural left-sided left back who's been promoted, who's got a large amount of assists for his previous club, who's highly rated in this division. He doesn't get in front of Dallas for me. Doesn't get anywhere near him. Doesn't lace his boots. I thought Berardi as well, obviously him coming in, I thought he was okay. You know, he got his clean sheet. I do think sometimes he had that scissor tackle where he got a yellow card, and I said to Jerry, who was next to me, I said, you know, this could be, you know, he could get another yellow card. You know, if Huddersfield come on in the second half, they apply a little bit of pressure, he could get another yellow card here. And Berardi's always got that silly tackle in him. I think defensively display, he was really good. I'm not being harsh on him. I think he was excellent. You know, 11 clean sheets in 17 appearances when Gaetano Berardi has played for Leeds, which is just phenomenal. He does a job. He once again gets what it means to this Leeds United fans, and it's his last season for Leeds United as well. We haven't renewed his contract, so you know, he's a great little centre-half to bring in there. I do sometimes worry about his height and sometimes his rashness in the big games, but I thought he was really, really good. Helder Costa, I thought his first half he was a little bit quiet, but the second half, you know, 11 defensive duels, and it just shows that with Costa on the same side as the fullbacks. The fullbacks are able to profit from his defensive display as well. He's always getting back. He's always trying to defensively help now. And I think that's what Bielsa wanted to add to his game. So he might have taken the large amount of shots he had for Wolverhampton Wanderers, for Benfica, for Portugal out of his game a little bit. But his defensive display now for Leeds United is utterly important. And I thought he was phenomenal yesterday. Jack Harrison is getting better and better every single week. I love the fact that he's now adding shots to his game. Sometimes he'd get into those areas and he'd wobble a little bit and have 25 touches where he just needs to get a shot off. And he's just unlucky at the minute. Once again, crashing the bar yesterday with an effort, and for us to snap him up for 8 million would be the coup of the season, you know. And I believe Ben White's available to get as well, guys. You know, I think Brighton have set a little £20 million price tag on him. Leeds going with 20 million, bang. I think we've got him 100%. And I thought both of those two yesterday, Ben White especially in the second half, grew into that centre midfield role, and it just shows we're not a one-man team now. We've done it without Calvin many times before, and we'll do it again. You know, Huddersfield, we've done them without Calvin twice now, not conceded a goal. So it's been absolutely pivotal that Ben White stepped up. I don't think he creates the same angles. I don't think he receives the ball on the back foot like Calvin Phillips and is able to spray a pass like Calvin Phillips regularly. But I think he's doing a really good job in there. It looks like Calvin's going to be back for next week against Cardiff City. So 5 wins, guys, 5 clean sheets, Bamford on the score sheet, which I thought was massive, you know, and I loved, at last, it's better than doing this, innit, Bamford? Go in and just displaying your passion for the shirt, which we all would do if we were in that position, you know, and we've been on goal droughts. Yes, get in there. And that's what we needed. We needed a bit of passion, an overflow of emotion, and he gave us that. And that's what we needed. That's what you do when you haven't scored in a while. You want to be relieved. You want to be absolutely buzzing that you've got off the mark for this special club. Absolutely buzzing that you've got off the mark for yourself. Not doing all this, but actually displaying a little bit of passion. I thought that was really good to see yesterday. And he got absolutely mobbed by the players. And we know what Bamford's like. He is so streaky as a striker. He'll score 6 goals in 6, and then he'll go 10 games without scoring a goal. You know, so now he's got his first one. Can we get another 2 against Cardiff? Can we get another one against Swansea, Luton, Blackburn, the likes of? You know, can we see a Patrick Bamford that in these next 9 games he's actually going to be bagging goals as well? And I thought he was brilliant yesterday. You know, unlike the Bristol, unlike the Reading performances where I thought he didn't really turn up. He didn't turn up. You know, he wasn't being physically imposing. Even the Middlesbrough game, he wasn't being physically imposing. He looked like he was in a bit of a, you know, he came off the pitch in the last game, threw his hands up in the air. I thought, oh God. But this game, he was completely different. You know, it was a call to the West Brom game. I thought he was that good. You know, physically imposing, battling once again, making those runs, dying for the team and getting a goal. Couldn't ask anything more. And you know, it's getting to that point of the season now, guys. The business end of the season, single-digit games to go. Very excited. I think I'm going to book my hotel in Leeds for one date, which I think is going to stick out to me, which I'm not going to reveal on here, but where we could do it. And you look at the fixtures of the other teams. I know we've got to stay in our own lane. Look at our own. You know, if we keep doing what we're doing, who cares about other fixtures? You know, that's what I'm going to say right now. You know, 7 points clear of third, a point clear of West Bromwich Albion, but we keep doing what we're doing. We're going to win the division 100%. I saw Neil Warnock coming out on Quest last night and saying, you know, there isn't a Wolves in the league who are running away with it. You know, so other teams are able to, you know, lose a few games. And I thought, Neil, you know, in what division have you ever got a Wolves? It doesn't happen. Wolves were a complete anomaly. Normally the Championship is full of stutterers, and then towards the back end of the season, like Norwich, you know, like Brighton in their season when they went up, a little bit like Newcastle as well, when they went up, you get a team that sort of develops a little bit of a run and wins the division by a canter. We can still do that. You know, we can still do that. And just, you know, you're watching Quest last night and I thought, come on, Neil, give us a little bit of plaudits. And, you know, it was pathetic. Didn't give us anything. You know, can't stand Leeds. And I just thought, you know, it'd be great to just go up and just give it to people like that. Give it to clubs who hate us as well. I think it'd just be absolutely fantastic. And listen, next week, as I've just said, if we do look at other fixtures, you know, Brentford, Fulham, West Brom have got Brentford to come as well. And I tell you what, they've got some really tough games coming up. West Brom, Birmingham next weekend as well, the Midlands derby, which will not be easy. And I think we've definitely got the easier running, and we're on form. So everything's great at the minute, guys. It's absolutely happy-go-lucky. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you slap a like, and we will have your preview for Cardiff next week out very soon. As I said, just go check out the art as well and the retro hut, and I'll speak to you in a bit.